seek your permission and then go ahead. How are you doing today, sir?
Fine, as busy as usual.
Yeah, I'm sure. And thank you so
No,
much
it's right.
for thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for accepting it and being part of this talk
Thank you.
today. Yes, we are live. So without wasting much time, seeking your permission to start.
Yeah, we can start.
Great. Hello, everyone. I'm Kalpana Chaudhary, founder of Social Tables, managing trustee and chairperson of Jan Seva Foundation, Being the Change, and Lagna.com. Lagna.com is a matrimony portal for differently able cancer and acid attack survivors. Along with co-chairperson of ASSOCHAM State Women Entrepreneur Development Council, GSDC, member at FICCI Flow, CII, IW in Maharashtra, Women Economic Forum, and TEDx speaker. Before diving into the guest introduction, I would like to take a moment to introduce you with Social Tables. Social Tables is committed to sustainable development program with societal well-being and environmental consciousness. Every week, we bring out to you some of the brightest minds from the diverse sector to discuss over a few significant ongoing issues. In this week's speaker series, we have our honorable guest Sri Raj Kumarji. Sri Raj Kumarji is the managing director of Life Insurance Corporation of India. Born in the year 1962, Sri Raj Kumarji joined the corporation as a 13th batch direct recruit in the year 1984. He has put in 36 years of dedicated service in LIC of India. Presently, is the managing director of Life Insurance Corporation of India. He also holds the following prestigious position: Chairman on the board of LIC Care Home Limited, Director on the board of LIC of Bangladesh Limited, Trustee of LIC Golden Jubilee Foundation, member of the governing board of National Insurance Academy. He has also been a director on the board of Rajasthan Financial Corporation, Jaipur High Energy Batteries Limited, Chennai, and Reliance Naval Limited, Mumbai. He has conferred with most influential human resources officer in Asia award by CHRD organization. Sri Raj Kumarji is an avid reader and his area of interest are spirituality, music and science. So in today's discussion, we are going to discuss about life experience concept of life value. A very warm welcome to you, sir, on our today's speaker series.
Thank you, Ms. Kalpana. And thank you for inviting me to talk on this topic. And all the audience, good afternoon. Shall I start or
Sir,
madam, shall I start?
It's utmost pleasure to have you today with us. We'll be talking on life insurance concept of human value. The very first question comes in my mind. What, according to you, is the accurate meaning of the concept of human life value?
Madam, the thing is, I think you can wait for the presentation. Everything is answered there, excepting two questions.
Yes.
Basically, it is, as somebody has said, it's an abstract concept. It's not abstract. There are various methodologies on which the human life can be valued. It is there in the presentation. It will make everything very clear. Yeah.
So, sir, we were not given any presentation and we are not aware of any kind of presentation.
No, I have a presentation. I'm going to share it. I can share it.
Sure.
I'm going to share it. So with your permission, I can start. Huh? Shall I start?
Please, sir. Yes, sir, we are waiting for you. Yes, sir.
Okay. Not able to share screen. Share screen नहीं हो रहा है. Are you able to see any?
No, we can't. You have to share it with me to share the screen.
It's not share screen नहीं हो रहा presentation. Just 1 minute, ma'am. We are checking something. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see the presentation?
No, you will have to get that active now.
From our side, we have made it active. Being
No,
shown there.
because the video is not on. I've let you in, but the video is not on. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Are you getting now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can see it on screen.
Yeah, you are able to see now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So, I mean, life insurance and concept of human life value. These concept was introduced in way back in 1945 by a Western author who was in the insurance business. And over a period of time, it has acquired a lot of significance in the insurance sector. And as the presentation go, I had made it from my point of view and a very simplistic form so that anybody will be able to understand it. It's not from the actuarial point of view. So now, basically, if you look at insurance, any kind of insurance, it is basically indemnification of a financial loss, and it's the loss is being shared by other policyholders. It is not shared by any insurance company. Basically, it is shared by the other policyholders through a pool of premium which is collected upfront. Okay. Now, before going to the concept, I would like to go to the concept of joint family versus nuclear family, because it has a direct link, particularly in Indian context, with the human life value concept.
Yes.
Now, if you look at any family or an individual, every individual and or a family has some financial needs. These, if you look at the system maybe 50, 60 or maybe 100 years back, most of us were living in joint family systems. It slowly and slowly is now shifting towards the nuclear family system. What are the reasons? I will try to explain those reasons. So what are the advantages of the joint family system? When we are looking at that, everybody is having a financial need, family or an individual. So in the joint family system, in the absence of a bread earner, other members of the family were supporting his or her family. If somebody who was the bread earner in a family, he was no more, the other family members of the joint family will support the family. In old days, the new generation would financially support the older generation. That was also there. And the third aspect was the family members would help other family members in establishing a business or or during loss in business. That means any kind of financial stress or the financial need will be shared by the joint family system. But now this is changing. The shift from joint family to nuclear family is happening. It is not that people want to do it. There have been certain factors which are responsible for this kind of system happening. Now these changes are happening around us, and broadly speaking, the changes are seen in three segments as I see. One is the economic environment, the second is the social value system, and third is the human and social relations.
Yes.
I will try to develop on these factors. The first is the factor which are affecting the economic environment. One is the globalization. Globalization, now whole of the world has become a small village. So earlier, maybe 100 years back, that kind of information was not available. What is happening at the other side? So globalization means I want to work in, say, America. I want to work in UK, Canada. So that kind of thing is happening. So I am migrating there. This is the reason the family system is shifting to the nuclear family. Then the privatization. Now, earlier everybody was looking at only the government sector for jobs. Now the private sector has become one of the biggest employer, and if the person is quite competent, they can rise in cadres and they can, have all the financial benefits also. Now it may not be possible. It may not happen that I'm sitting in Mumbai and my competencies are matching with a company which is working in Bangalore. So I may be tempted to shift there. As we know that most of the IT companies are either in Bangalore, in Hyderabad, and a person like me who is from Punjab and my kids are there, so they would like to shift to that place. So this is one reason. The other is the liberalization. When the liberalization happened, many new industries have come up in the country, which we were already earlier we were not doing. So because of that, new education system, new concepts have come. I remember when we were doing our graduation, and if we were thinking in 1979 about an engineering career, people will think about only three. Either you go for electronics or mechanical or civil. These were the three in engineering. Now, if you look at engineering, My son was going for a counseling in one university 6 years back, and there were 28 streams, and it was becoming very difficult to choose a stream. Now, why these streams have come up? Because some industries have come up because they need that kind of manpower having those kind of competencies. So if the industry has come out in Kerala, so I'm having a specialization which is matching with the job profile there, so I would like to go there. So that was another issue. Extensive use of information technology. Now the things are becoming kind of thing. If I am living in Mumbai and my parents are in, say, Jalandhar, Punjab, I can talk to them on any time on telephone or mobile or a video, that kind of thing. And information technology is now driving the businesses also. So again, it is matching with the competencies. The revolution of telecommunication, as I said, 20, 30 years back when we joined the job, call has to be booked. A lightning call will cost 64 rupees, 128 rupees sometime, and that will also happen after half an hour. Now look at from where we have reached. Then increasing competition in various industries. That competition, when industries is happening, industry may be at city A, B, C, D, and my competencies are matching with all. I would like to prefer where I'm going to get the best for my competencies. So it is not necessarily that it is available in my city, I will shift to the other city. Then development of new technologies. We have seen in the last almost 20 years the changes which technology has brought. From small mobiles which were introduced in 2001 in India, and look at the technology which we are using now. We are going for the 5G kind of technology, or maybe by the time India implements 5G, the world will move to the 6G. So these issues has impacted the economic environment. And if I look at the factors which are affecting the social values, it is the first is influence of Western culture and civilization. I'm talking from the Indian point of view. We are tempted to adopt, new generation is adopting the Western culture or civilization, and probably it has something to do with the globalization also. The changing moral values, we will discuss on the moral values also. What was moral, say 50 years back or even 40 years back, the definition has changed today. It was thought to be our moral responsibilities 50 years back to take care of our parents. Today it is not. It has impacted the life insurance business also. We are seeing a lot of business coming in the annuities. Most of the places, the pensions are not there. Even in the government sector also, from defined benefit to, we have shifted to defined contribution. So presently everybody wants that their future should be secured through some sort of system. And that has led to this kind of thing that now my parents will take care of themselves. Earlier, 50 years back, we used to think that I have to take care of my parents. These are the things which are happening in the social sector also. Then disregard for our own culture and civilization, it has linked with the first point itself. If you look at the relationships between human and social relations, nuclear family system is replacing the joint family system. There are reasons. I'm coming to them also. Increasing influence of consumerism. I remember that 40 years back, we used to have one table fan in our house and no desert cooler. And presently, everybody would like to have an air conditioner systems. Even in slum areas, I've seen people using that. The TVs, latest TVs, gadgets, telephones, I mean, high-end telephones, laptops and iPads, etc., etc. So everybody wants to have a pie of that consumerism which is happening around us. It is not in electronics, it is in FMCG group also, the latest washing machines, the latest refrigerators, the latest kind of shirts, trousers, jeans, everything is driven by the consumerism. So what happens then? I want to spend money for satisfying my personal needs. So I am left with very less money for my parents or my brothers or my sisters, which was happening in the joint family system. So this is leading to an increasing shift towards the individualism. Then next part is that there are new opportunities which are coming up for personal development. Then first is the higher education. Now I want to do computer science and I'm getting an admission in say Bangalore or IIT Kharagpur, and I belong to a place called Mumbai. So I will be shifting there. Not only that, many kids are shifting to US, Canada and Western countries for their even MBBS courses as well as for engineering courses.
Yes, yes.
That is lead, and then they get settled there. Once they acquire a degree, acquire a competency, a matching job is available, so they tend to settle there. The next is the employment opportunities, as I discussed earlier. To fully utilize the knowledge, the capabilities, and competencies which someone has acquired, they are migrating to a place or settling in a place where those competencies are required in some organization, in some businesses, or some companies. So this is the reason which is actually breaking up the joint family system. It is not always that somebody is deliberately doing it. It is these factors which are impacting it. Okay, I'm going to the next slide. Further is the development of new technologies, faster means of transportation and communication. My son is working in, say, he was working in Indonesia, and he can reach Mumbai in 8 hours flat. Yes. Maximum 8 hours. So it doesn't look like that we are away from our family. The communication, telephone, cell phone, internet phone, video calls. If I want to talk to my son, I pick up a phone, call him on video every day. It doesn't look like to me that I'm working in Indonesia. All these systems have led to a kind of concept that physical distances doesn't matter at all. I may be sitting in America or in Canada. It looks like I'm there only.
Absolutely.
The next is very important from my point of view. This is the personal freedom, that I don't have any responsibility kind of thing. It may not be very apparent in the behavior, but when I'm looking at that, I had to enjoy the benefits of what I'm earning through the consumerism, and my family is taking care of them. My father has already provided for his retirement years. So the kid feel, okay, fine, I don't have the responsibility. They will take care of themselves. Then the financial freedom. My earnings are for me only. It is not for my brother, my sister, or my other relations. Why they are not working. This kind of mindset has developed in the market, and I don't feel anything is wrong in that, because everybody should contribute. But this is the reason that the family system has got affected. Now all these factors have affected and are affecting the human life, and consequently the human life value assessment has emerged as a thoughtful and significant subject. Now whatever the question you have in your mind, these will be getting answered here. Now how do we do that? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. There are three ways of looking at it. One is the emotional basis. The second is the chemical structure basis. I will explain these concepts, and these I will tell you, Madam Kalpana ji, the first two are my own. These are I have a copyright over these. And the third is the financial contribution. This I had propounded 20 years back. 20 years back, I had to search my papers to find these. Now, what is the emotional basis? The human life is a priceless gift of nature. Earth's most evolved creature. Everybody knows about it. The importance of a human's life to the family is beyond any calculation. What a son is to the mother, or a daughter is to father, or a father to son, or father to mother, you cannot put a monetary value to it. Emotions cannot be measured in economic terms. So human life assessment is not possible on this basis and cannot be attempted also. This is most of the time when we talk about, we think that human life value cannot be assessed, and this is the first question I think I have answered. If I go to the chemical structure basis, all of us know that the human body is made up of various chemical elements, compounds like water, carbon, iron, calcium, phosphorus, and their compounds. And if these elements are valued at the chemical structure value basis, then the amount may come to a few hundred rupees only. 70% is human is water only, we know. So is it a correct way? It's not a correct way. This is also not a right basis for human life assessment. Now the third basis is the most important basis. I am heading my family. I have a wife, I have a mother, and I have 2 kids. I'm contributing for their well-being, okay, financially, on their upbringing, medical needs, nutrition, education, and other material comforts. They want to go for a movie, I will take them to a movie. They want to buy a expensive shoe, I would buy for them. They want to go for a vacation, I will. So all these things are there for which I am making some contribution. If I'm earning some money, out of a part of it, 40-50% goes towards keeping these things for them. So this is the basis which actually becomes very important. Now, before I further proceed, I would like to bring two things to the notice of all the audiences, that in insurance, life insurance particularly, we say that there are two risks which are associated with the human life. The first risk is the long life, which is a risk for self. Now, people actually tend to forget this risk. If you look at 1947, when we have an average lifespan of around 47, and currently it is around 70, 74.
Yes.
The earning capacity either decreases and ultimately diminishes after a certain person attains a certain age. It is not.
Yes.
Some people may be there, like the proprietor of MDH Masalas at 98 also is working, but most of us, we don't start, work after a certain age.
Yes.
So when the average age is rising, then how my financial needs will be fulfilled? This is a risk. This I had to provide for. And we have seen that the people who go for life insurance, their average lifespan is more than 85 years. This is a historical data we have taken from our records also. The average lifespan for a person who has a life insurance policy is minimum 85 years. And then the second part is the short life. It is some error is there, actually should be number 2. That is the risk for family. If a person dies early, then there is a risk for the family in financial terms. In both cases, there is a financial risk, and I will explain it further. Now, if you look at the long life risk, as I said, individual loss for self is none. In the sense of emotional risk and other things, it is not there. But economic loss is there. Economic loss because with the passage of time, the earning capacity either decreases or it ends totally. So that is the economic loss which will happen to an individual after a certain age of life, when he or she is not able to earn for themselves. That is the second part is the short life risk, that is early death. Then two losses happen to the family. The first is the individual loss, that is on the emotional basis, for which I said calculation is not possible and it should not be attempted also. The second part is the financial loss. The calculation is possible. What are the financial losses? We will work here. In both scenarios, there is a financial loss, but financial needs remain. What are the financial needs? The maintenance of the family. I am there or I am not there. The family has to be maintained. Upbringing of children. If the children are small, they have to be brought also. They have to provide for their higher education also, arranging for their professional career in business or in professional degrees, children's wedding, discharging of personal and social responsibilities. In India, we believe that we have personal and social responsibilities. If my sister's daughter is getting married, so as maternal uncle, I have some responsibilities. So these kind of responsibilities will always remain with the family. Enjoying the comforts of life. Life has changed. We are enjoying all the comforts of life, air travel, movies, air conditioners, refrigerators, washing machines. Now all kind of gadgets are there around us. And these things will always remain whether a person is there or not there. Marriages of brothers, sisters, relations, general medical expenses, high cost medical emergencies in the family, construction or purchase of a new house, even repairs to the house, pilgrimage and other ceremonies, etc., etc. These are the financial needs, which will always remain whether the person who is earning is there or not there. So these will always be there. So how can we provide for these financial needs? Now, I'm coming to the concept that life insurance is the solution. I will come later on. I will only comment here that life insurance is the only symbol of certainty in the times of uncertainty. And why I'm commenting, say, our motto is in Life Insurance Corporation of India, Jindagi ke saath bhi, that is in the form of a maturity claim or an annuity, which when a person is living long, that will be available to him.
True.
And Jindagi Ki Baat Bhi, that is in the form of a death claim to the family. A maturity claim or the annuity, it provides financial security to the self as well as to the family for the risk of living long. In life, at some point of time, as I earlier said, earning capacity starts decreasing or it ceases altogether. And in case there is a death, it provides for financial support when the breadwinner is no more. That is जिंदगी के बाद भी. In both scenarios, financial needs of the self or of the family are fulfilled. Let me comment here, madam. Life insurance is not taken because somebody is going to die, but it is taken because someone is going to live. If it is a long life, then it's me. If it's a short life, then it's my family. So life insurance is taken because of that. Now, what should be the life insurance amount of life insurance? It depends upon two factors. The first factor is the total financial contribution during one's active lifespan. This depends upon one's income earning or income generation capacity. In future, income earning or generation can go changes. It can go up also and it can go down also. Up to certain age, when people are progressing in the career, they are increasing their businesses, their incomes will go on, personal incomes. And when a certain age, for somebody it may be 60, for somebody it may be 65 or 70 or 75, it will start decreasing. And the second is the financial loss which the family will suffer when the active lifespan is over. Family or individual will suffer when the active lifespan is over. So these two factors determine. I'm just giving a very empirical example based upon the financial contribution. Now, suppose somebody is age 30 and his remaining active life period is 30. We are thinking that at 60 he will stop working. And currently monthly income is say rupees 2 lakhs, and he spends on personal expenses at say 20,000 rupees, and taxes and other things 55,000 rupees. That means his financial contribution to the family is 1.25 lakh rupees per month. So yearly contribution becomes 1.25 into 12, that is 15 lakh rupees. And for 30 years, he will be contributing 15 lakh into 30, that is 4 crore 50 lakh rupees. It is not taking into account possible inflation, the possible future increases in the earning capacity of individual and consequent more contribution to the family. Of course, it is also not taking into account the present value of future money. This money will be required over a period of time. So what is this present value? So that on the interest earning, it will reach that level. So this roughly it is about say 19 times of the yearly income. Now, how insurance companies do it? There is a principle which are called actuarial principles. Actuarial science is a separate science which is a model building and predictive analysis in the life insurance and in the general insurance business. For that matter, now it is in all financial transactions, actuarial principles are being applied. So underwriter will take a call regarding how much life insurance can be given to an individual. It depends upon many factors like present income, profession, medical history, lifestyle, place of residence, etc., etc. There are certain places of residence in the world. If some Indian is residing there, life insurance companies will not give insurance. They are called very high risk countries because of some social unrest, kind of civil war, or kind of diseases those countries are facing, like HIV and other things. So they are very high risk countries. But there are countries where the limited insurance will be given, and there are countries where there is no restriction. Ditto could be in relation to the profession also. A very high risk profession will have more medical examinations and more kind of things, and the income also, because it's not a speculative kind of business, so it is linked with the income and the financial contribution. Now I will go to something different, which is the risk and risk mitigation matrix. This is very important to understand, and then the life insurance concept will become more easy. Now, the first is that there is a high risk, and the cost of replacement is also very high. Cost of replacement, financial terms, it's very high. I've given an example. For example, somebody is living in an area which is in the vicinity of an active volcano, or it's a terrorist-infested area. It means there is very high risk of every kind: property getting looted, property getting destroyed, individual getting killed, kidnapped, all kind of things will be there. So replacement cost will be very high in economic terms. So what is the risk mitigation? Shift to an area which is at a safe distance from active volcano or a terrorist infested area. That is the best option I will provide for. The second matrix is the risk is very high, but the cost, economic cost or the financial cost is not that high, it's low. For example, breaking of crockery breaks, with amazingly, repeatedly, it gets broken.
Yes.
Yes, we can see that we can mitigate this cost by less expensive crockery. Why I'm going for a cup which cost me 500 rupees in the market? They are available. Somebody was telling me yesterday that they are gone to buy some crockery set, a tea set. It was costing 35,000 rupees. Yes, it is for emotional kind of thing, but it when say a cup is gotten broken, we felt, I mean, very bad. Particularly ladies, I saw my wife when the cup gets broken, how she feels. So risk mitigation, I will advise here is buy less expensive crockery. Okay. The next is the risk is very low and the cost of replacement is also very low. It's like a losing a shirt at laundry. It seldom happens. Very low risk, but it can happen. Or during ironing also, it can get burnt also. It happens. It can happen, but it happens, I mean, not many times. So risk is low and the cost is also low. What is the mitigation factor? Absorb the loss. There is no need to do anything. Absorb the loss because it's not that high. 3,000 rupees a branded shirt we can purchase. Now I'm coming to the last part of the matrix. That is the risk is very low and the cost of replacement is very high for the family. It is again in nobody dies every day. It's, I mean, of course, everybody has to leave this world one day. But if you look at from the actuarial principle, we predict, when we predict the premiums, it is based upon certain assumptions and certain information which is available to us, that on one particular age, out of 1 lakh population, how many people are dying. So on that basis, and we see 3 to 4 persons only. But who is going to die, nobody knows. There is a joke called that what is the difference between an actuary and a don. And somebody said both knows that somebody is going to die. But the actuary doesn't know who is going to die, but the don knows who is going to die. So that the joke apart, here it is a human life, which is very important for the family, particularly in economic terms, as I discussed earlier. So here the risk mitigation will be that please buy life insurance. So with this, Kalpana ji, I'm coming to end of my presentation. Again, I will repeat, human life cannot be valued in emotional terms. It should not be valued in chemical terms. It can only be valued in terms of economic value or the financial contribution which one is going to make towards the family in a course of certain period, which we are doing every month. Whether I am there or I am not there, family needs that kind of finance. Life insurance cannot replace an individual as a human being, but it is a replacement of the loss of income which happens, and a pool of premiums which is contributed by all the policy holders. The claim is paid out of that. So life insurance, I have tried to make it very simple for everybody to understand. Now over to you. If there is any question, I can take those questions.
Yes. So that's really great. So it's really a fascinating concept. It withstands so much of value in our lives that we are living our lives because of these kind of concept of human life value as well.
Right.
So
right.
how do you think is the concept of human life value related to the life insurance, and how do you see these concepts together?
Madam, yeah, Kalpana ji, I said that first is that when we insure a person, we look at how much he is contributing to the family in economic terms.
True.
Needs and the financial contribution. So human life is related, value here is related to his or her financial contribution. It is not related to the emotional value, because whether the person is there or he's not there or she's not there, the family needs certain income, because we get adjusted to a particular lifestyle. For example, if my kids are now traveling by air only, it will be very difficult for them to shift to any other mode for traveling to different places if the financial contribution is not there. They need some time to adjust either to a new system or to create new sources of income. The life insurance bridges that gap. When the family is able to find new financial earnings for that period, the life insurance money will provide. So family will not be immediately impacted to change their lifestyle. They will be able to have that lifestyle, not only the lifestyle, the other needs like education. Somebody's son is or daughter is pursuing the, say, MBBS course, and the earning member is not there. How, whether she has to or he has to leave that course? No. Either they are going to raise loans from bank or somewhere, or they have to take loan from family members, but ultimately that has to be repaid. So here the life insurance comes into picture, then it gets related to the life insurance. Life insurance will chip in to provide for that financial needs till the family is able to find an alternative source of income. That's how it is related to life insurance.
Very informative, sir. But having said that, how exactly is human life value calculated despite of being an abstract concept?
I told you this is actuarial principle. Based upon that, they look at the total lifespan, the earning lifespan of an individual, number one. What is his or her present age? What is his or her present income? What are their own expenses? These are estimated, like taxes, which will go to government. It is not used for the family or for the individual. Then the lifestyle, all these factors are factored. On that basis, the plans are prepared, the policies are prepared, which are approved by another actuary, which is with the regulator, and then it is brought. Then based upon these factors, the actuarial departments, they prepare the guidelines that how much insurance can be given to a person. That's why it is related to the income they are generating, the profession they are working with, the kind of area they are living in, the kind of profession they are pursuing. It depends upon that. Now, for example, if there is a person who is in a very high profile kind of a profession, like a, say, IS officer or a doctor or an engineer, we will say, okay, just for example, I can give you 1 crore of term insurance without medical examination, because we know these people have the capability. They will keep themselves healthy. If they are falling sick, they will rush to a doctor, they will get the treatment. But on the other side, if it is a worker, a brick kiln worker, number one, his income is low. Number two, he is susceptible to all kind of diseases, because of the environment. So his income, all these things, and he will maybe subjected to certain medical examination. And the habits, if there is a smoker, because smoking leads to kind of cancer, so these people will be subjected to more kind of medical examinations. So it based upon these principles, it is decided that how much insurance can be given based upon all these 6-7 factors.
It takes lot of effort. Definitely giving value to something this abstract is breathtaking, I would say. So yes, of course. So what are the several types of life insurance, and how do they play an important role in our lives? Because having this COVID, and this COVID was something nobody expected. Life is so unpredictable. So having said that, we need to put some light on this, sir.
You see, the life insurance is, let me go towards 250 years back. How the concept of insurance started, not the life insurance.
Okay.
The first type of insurance was the marine insurance. Earlier times, the business used to happen through the seas. The ships will bring the goods from one country to the other, and it will go back. And there used to be sea pirates. They are still there. Somalian, we know all these. Indian Navy is doing a very good job in escorting our ships.
Yes.
So the pirates will sometimes loot the ships.
Yes.
So businessmen will lose everything. So the business people came together to decide, okay, this person has suffered certain losses. Let's contribute something so that he can re-establish his business. It was one of the crudest form of insurance. But what happened, how it developed? Suppose I was also a business person and my ship was never looted. So one day I said, I'm not going to contribute because I'm not lost. I'm paying money every day. But my ship has not been lost. I refuse to pay. So it was decided, let us do it in advance. That is why insurance premiums are taken in advance, because afterwards nobody will contribute. Because initially I don't know whether my car is going to meet with an accident or my bike is going to meet with an accident. So the premiums are collected in advance. From there it started. So it went into the life insurance, human life insurance also. And it started with a pure term insurance kind of thing. Term insurance means if the happening happens, the claim is paid. Otherwise, nothing is payable. It's called pure term insurance. From pure term insurance came the add-ons. So when we are talking about the money back kind of policies or the endowment kind of policies, actually these are the add-ons on the term insurance policy, where at the end of the maturity period, if that claim has not occurred, still some money will be paid back with certain bonuses, etc. That means sum assured. So term insurance, then endowment type of plans, and the variation is there in the money back, where after a certain period, certain percentage of the sum assured is paid back to the policyholder. Then there are life, whole life plans. Whole life plans means it is a provision which is made for not ourselves, it is for the family. And here the maturity age would be 100 years earlier. After the 100 year or the death earlier, the claim will be paid. Then it was brought down to about 85 years. This is called whole life of policies, whole life policies. Then we are having annuities. Annuities are basically pensions. So people, there are two types of annuities. One is called immediate annuity. The other is called deferred annuity. Deferred annuity is payable after a certain period, as the name suggests, and immediate annuity is paid immediately. So people can contribute lump sum in certain products. It could be lump sum also. People will contribute 1 crore rupees and they buy an annuity, and then say that I want it yearly mode. Yearly mode, after 1 year, a certain percentage will be paid back as pension. Now there are various options for receiving the pension. There are about 9 options through which people can have. The most popular is where it is paid to the annuitant in his life, and after he or she is no more, it is paid to the spouse, and after the spouse is no more, then the whole of the money which was deposited is paid back to the nominees. So this is the most popular kind of thing. So this is the annuities. Then the next kind is now ULIPs, which came in India in 2001. Basically, Life Insurance Corporation of India was the first company to bring ULIPs. This is called unit-linked insurance policies. These are basically where the risk is passed on to the investor itself, the policyholder. As per his choice, the money is invested in the share market or in the bonds or in the balance kind of funds, and the units are allotted along with the risk coverage. So it has a benefit of the share market or the financial markets, and it has the benefit of life insurance also. And next kind of income is, the insurance policies, health insurance policies. Health insurance related policies are 2 types of policies. One are indemnity based, which are offered by the general insurance companies, where within this range of sum assured, actual amount spent is reimbursed. For it is called Mediclaim kind of policies. Person is insured for 10 lakh rupees and hospitalization expenses are 5 lakh rupees, he will be paid 5 lakh only. And if the expenses are 15 lakhs, still they will be paid only 10 lakh rupees. But in defined benefit schemes, which is life insurance companies offer, there, whether person has spent or not, on the happening of an event, the full sum assured or other benefits will be payable. So these are 2 distinctions. These products are called the health insurance product, and another type of product is called, which is not very popular, particularly in Asian countries. It is still popular in Western countries, called pure endowment. Pure endowment means there is actually no risk coverage. It's like somebody money in the bank. It's like that kind of product. So pure endowment, pure term, then add-ons. Now there are critical illness riders, which people can opt for certain riders, and certain critical illnesses are also covered on all insurance products. So these 5-6 type of variations are available, and all products are further variation of these things only. Now the new product, a type of product has come which can be converted into an annuity kind of product also after an endowment product has matured. Yes.
So there are so many and we are just aware of so less. Strange. Yeah. So what, according to you, what group of people, according to you, are most likely to acquire life insurance in a country like India, and why?
Kalpana ji, let me tell you, it is not India, it is worldwide phenomena. Life insurance is not a pull product, it's a push product. It has to be sold. Most of the people don't buy. There is a certain percentage of population which do buy it, but maybe 85 to 90% people have to be approached. It's that's why there is a disclaimer is given. The insurance is a subject matter of solicitation. So we have to solicit it, because now there is a paradox here. I buy a car I don't take it out of the showroom unless until I have an insurance policy. But as I am going to drive the car, but I may not be having the life insurance policy. This is a paradox. We are putting money on something which is not important, but we are not putting money on which is important. And one more thing I would like to discuss here. I always say life insurance premium is not an investment. It is an expense. Why? Because I said it has an emotional connect, because I want to take care of my family, whether I'm there or whether I'm not there. Now I will explain it further. I ask many people when I address marketing gatherings that what is the amount you are spending? I can ask anybody. We are spending certain money on entertainment expenses every month, offering cup of tea to our friends or the guests. And normally people say, sir, my expenses are not less than 2,000 rupees. So in a year, it is 24,000 rupees which I'm spending on entertaining my friends, my circle, my colleagues, everybody. I ask, what is the return? You tell me the economic return. Economic return, yes, it is there. It is the acidity that I can have. But there is a return. The return is the human relations. Bonding, that strengthening of bonding. As an employee, I want to project my organization in the eyes of my customers. As a friend, I want to see that I have entertained my friend. I have spent some quality time with. When I take my family to a movie in Mumbai, a ticket will cost in a high-end kind of theater, multiplex, a new movie, 500 to 700 rupees. So keep it at 500. For family, 2,000 rupees. A popcorn cup will cost 100 rupees. A Pepsi will cost another 100 rupees. So on average, we are spending close to 2,800 rupees one movie per month. This happens. What is the return on this? Return is again the family bonding. We spend quality time with my family. I don't put any damn value to it. What I'm getting in return. Return is the happiness which I see on the face of my wife, on my daughter, or my son. This is the happiness. So when I'm buying life insurance, why I'm not thinking about that this will keep that kind of happiness, not the emotional, the financial security kind of thing. So it has to be taken as an expense, not as a investment. Investment, if somebody want to take a return, unfortunately, somebody has to die to get that kind of return. That I pay one premium and get full submission. No, I don't want that. As I said, the people who go for life insurance, their average lifespan is more by 10 to 15 years than the general public. This is because they are very conscious people. They keep everything in. So these are the things which are happening around us. So we should think it as an expense, not as an investment. Of course, in endowment kind of products, in annuities are basically not insurance, because it is my money which is coming back to me. It's not basically insurance, but it is provided by the life insurance companies. But term insurance or the endowment type of products or the health insurance product or the money back kind of products are the basic insurance products. In pure term, there could be return of premiums or no return of premium. That kind of products are available. There could be return of premiums with some this is called loyalty additions. That kind of product is available. There are a number of variations which are available. So people have to choose what kind of product they want, but they should remember that life insurance is not that somebody is going to die. It is for because somebody is going to live. Either it is me or my family. It is for them.
Very meaningful conversation, sir, and I totally agree with you. Having insurance is for the best. Usually people have never thought about, the way you have put it. So I think now, I mean, we'll see a lot of people actually investing in the emotional bond. So this kind of investment is always, very valuable for human.
It is for the family, which it will be free of worries. I mean, emotionally, we cannot fulfill the emotional gap. Nobody, even God, probably will not be able to fulfill that gap. Nobody can. But there is a financial stress. At least we try to fulfill that financial stress. That is the aim of life insurance. Yeah.
Very true, sir. Very true. आजकल अब पैसा ही नहीं है, and medication, if you go to see, they are so expensive, irrespective of even having a life insurance cover with you.
Absolutely.
I mean, for example, I have to say, I mean, I have survived cancer for the 3rd time now. I just had a surgery a month back. Yes, I just had a surgery a month back. After a couple of days, I have to get hospitalized for my chemotherapy. chemotherapy expenses. It is draining you mentally, financially, physically, emotionally. And when you have such kind of insurance, it really, thoda stress kam ho jata. It does help you mentally as well.
Kalpana, through you. Yeah, please. Yeah. Sorry. You were saying something.
No. I was just saying that, just imagine, I mean, I'm paying for 6 months, 20 lakh medicine just for a tablet.
I can understand.
Plus the other scans and the follow-up reports. It's so damn expensive. You just can't afford it, even if you're doing very good.
So here, I would like to add, I forgot one thing, and thanks for touching this subject. We are having a pure policy which is called cancer cover policy.
Oh.
Cancer cover policy, yes, it is available with Life Insurance Corporation of India, and we request people to have a glance over it. It covers various kind of cancer risk, which is actually going very high, and up to 50 lakh on certain ages. We don't call for the medical examination also. It's based on the self declaration. I mean, this is kind of product is available, and there is no limit to it. Any person who can go have the financial capacity to pay the premium can buy this product, and it is available online also.
Because it becomes very expensive even for the people, those who are most vulnerable. So what kind of premium have you ever also thought about, considering the maybe a middle class family or upper middle class family? So these are the people who are also affected, but then because of the premium they find bit hesitate to go ahead with it. So how do you what do you have to say this, and how do you fill this gap?
As I talked in my presentation also, it depends upon the financial income or earning capacity of the individual also. Now we are having micro insurance products also. Micro insurance products have been mandated by the regulator, that is Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, and now in future there may be separate companies for that. Some kind of concept paper is discussions are going on now. On very limited premium, the insurance risk can be taken. I mean, as low as 100 150 rupees. So you see, a person who is a say for example a rickshaw puller or a daily wage earner, for him a 25,000 rupees policy will be a very big one, because it takes care of a lot of that. But for a person whose income is in a few millions in a year, maybe a 10 crore policy may still be less, because the lifestyle changes, the needs changes. So as I said, it is based upon the needs also. So from a person, and now Government of India is also having certain social security schemes. Yes, and many of those schemes are being implemented by Life Insurance Corporation of India also. We are mandated. We are doing that, and close to 4.5 crore people have been covered through those schemes. 4.5 crore, and then we are having this account, Jan Dhan account. There also we are giving a coverage up to 30,000. That is also there. So various schemes are there. And now I will also tell here that for senior citizen above age of 60, there is another scheme by Government of India which is called Vrish Vay Vandan Yojana. Here 15 lakh rupees can be invested. It's an annuity product, and interest rate is around 7.4% annual, which is no instrument in the country is presently giving. You see, with the Life Insurance Corporation of India only. In the last April, this product was launched, and we have already garnered close to 5,000 to 6,000 crore of premium under it. So I will request people who are above the age of 60, only people who are above the age of 60 can apply, and nobody else can apply. And 15 lakh rupees maximum for a family is the investment. It's a Government of India scheme. And if there is any shortfall, Government of India actually is paying. I say a wonderful kind of thing which the Government of India has taken care of their elderly people in the country. 7.4% return, nobody is giving, and FD is not giving. Nobody's giving.
Yes, I'm aware of it. Nobody's giving, and thank you so much for even bringing light to such kind of schemes, because a lot of people are not aware about it.
Yes, I know.
Yes. And all right, sir. So having said that, so how does life, now coming to this women empowerment, so how does this life insurance contribute to women empowerment, and how does it support our women in India?
But Kalpana ji, women empowerment can happen through many means. First is the employment. LIC of India does not discriminate in employing women. They get the same benefits as an employees. They get the same career progression opportunities, but they have to be meritorious. When they are in the merit, nobody stopped. In fact, I joined as managing director last year in November, and prior to me, there were two managing directors in LIC of India, Madam Usha Sangwanji and Madam Sunita Sharma. So, I mean, they can rise to this level. But of course, there are a number of factors which affect the career progression. Now, we are having one of the most successful zonal manager, Madam Mini IPAT Hyderabad. And 5 of our lady officers have been chosen the most 100 powerful women in India in the financial sector. 5 of our officers. That is a great contribution coming to Life Insurance Corporation of India. The second part of employment and generation is through the agency organization. Now, LIC of India is having close to 1,20,000 employees, but we are having close to 13 lakh agents working for us in the country. Any women who want to be an agent can come to LIC, and I can tell you that we had some of the top agents in the country who were women. One of them, unfortunately, has died, Madam Ritu Nanda. If you know, she's from the Nanda family and daughter of Star Rajpurji. She was one of the topmost agent of life insurance in India, and she had Ritu Nanda Insurance School also. She went into the education sector also. So ladies have a number of opportunities. Even they are working in the remotest corners in the country, in the tribal belts. They are working and they are very successful, because what I have seen is, in my career of 36 years, people have more faith on women. I don't know. They believe ladies more than. They will put a number of questions to our gent agents, but when ladies are talking to them, they have more faith. And that kind of thing is happening. So I think close to maybe 25%, maybe agencies are in the name of our ladies. The third thing is coming to the this insurance needs. Now, insurance needs, ladies are treated at par. There is absolutely no distinction between male and female. In fact, in certain cases, females will be actually treated as better prospects than males, and they are given a better premium rates in some of the products, because most of the ladies don't smoke, and their average lifespan is more than men. In India, it is the difference is not in India, worldwide also. The ladies' lifespan is almost five years more than the male lifespan. So they are being given in LIC of India also. We are having one product which is exclusive for ladies. It's called Aadhaar Shila. You know, Aadhaar is taken from the Aadhaar number, and the product is linked with that. And Shila, because we wanted to give a feminine character to it, the name to the product, so it kept as Aadhaar Shila and Aadhaar Stambh. If you look at the Shila, is also an important piece of earth, stone, which is which we call in Hindi Shila Lake, where the history was kept, and Stambh is also a pillar. So both were taken from that, and as I said, that it is based upon the earning, profession, and all these things. If a male, if he is not earning, we will not give insurance, because he is not contributing financially anything to the family. But for women, there is some relaxation. If women are clubbed into 3 categories, one is those who are employees of public sector or the government sector, others or even private sector. The second are who are entrepreneurs. They are running their own businesses, filing income tax returns. They are having their own income. These are called category 2. First is category 1. Both are at par. The third category is the house women, who are into the household business. Now here, even if they are not having any income, still then can be covered for insurance, provided their husbands are having insurance.
Wow.
So up to that level, they can be covered, although they don't have their own income. So this is not reverse side. For male, we will ask why you are not earning. If wife is earning, male is not earning, we may not provide insurance to the male. But reverse, wife is not earning, husband is earning, we will provide life insurance to the women also, because unfortunately in India, Kalpana madam, the women who are house women are also contributing to the GDP, but which is not taken into account. The kind of household work they do for the family, it is not measured in the economic terms.
Only if they were paid.
Yeah. So this is also need to be taken into account. Somewhere some suggestion has gone to the government of India also that it should also be included in the GDP. So they are also contributing. So based upon that, the life insurance companies are providing insurance to those women also who are remain at home and they don't actually work to earn. We feel that they also need insurance, but conversely is not true. Woman is working and husband remain at home, he may not be doing anything at sitting at home. That can be true, but people are doing. Now in the nuclear family system, that distinction is actually going away now.
Yes,
Now
sir,
both
yes,
husband and wife are equally contributing in the family affairs also. Earlier there is a dadi ma or nani ma or chachi ma or tai ma. I mean, in Hindi, tai means father's elder brother's
sir.
wife. They will be there to take care of kids and other. They will go to kitchen and all the ladies will cook together. That is not happening. So now there is no difference. All males are also contributing. This is another benefit which has come out of the nuclear family system. But there are flip side also and positives also.
Absolutely, and it's so good to hear that LIC is taking an equal part in fulfilling its social responsibilities as well. So,
Right.
do you think that women face problems in acquiring insurance?
No, madam. Absolutely not.
No?
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay, so I believe it's very important for women to be aware of possibilities and opportunities for growth.
As I said, if women are working in a private sector, they are employees or a government sector, they are called category 1 women. It's nothing to do with, it's just to define a different category. So we have given category 1. It doesn't mean that they are superior to others. No, absolutely not. But it is a different, we can call category A also. We can call category A also. Category B is those women who are in business. They are running businesses, entrepreneurs, they are earning, filing income tax returns. They are also treated at par with category A or category 1. And the third is who are house women who are looking into the household chores. And as I said, they can also be insured up to the total insurance cover which husband is enjoying, subject to certain conditions which can be there, medical and other things could be there. Could be there. And that is applicable. Yeah.
And what are the CSR activities are you involved in LIC? Because we have seen, of course, LIC is doing incredible work in terms of hygiene, climate change. There are so many other issues we have taken up on, even girl education and stuff like that. So what are the other projects are you working on right now?
Yeah. Kalpana ji, we are a corporate, we are not a registered company. So basically, this CSR is not applicable to us. But we do have a Golden Jubilee Foundation, which was created many years back, and we have a lot of funds. And through that, we do CSR activities, as you rightly said, Save the Girl Child. We support such NGOs. And we support underprivileged families for education of their kids. Give scholarships. We do support medical institutions, some expensive machines, sometime, or ambulances, or this kind of things. This is through the Golden Jubilee Foundation. Many activities we are doing, but from our corporate communication department also, we are doing other things also. For example, 3-4 years back, it's a continuous process during Insurance Week celebrations, because we were nationalized on 1st of September 1956. So 1st to 7th September we celebrate Insurance Week. During that we conduct a lot of activities. For example, and now it is actually year-long kind of things we are doing, like plantation of trees. In 2016-7, I was in Bhopal, and it was a 60th year of our formation. So it was decided that every office will plant 60 trees. Okay, so 60 into, I had some 140 offices, it will roughly come to some 6,400. Wow. We actually planted more than 40,000 trees. We approached the municipalities, okay, you give us the gardens and we will maintain the gardens. That kind of activity. We conduct medical camps through the doctors who are working with us in the rural areas for eye checkup, general health checkup, and other kind of things. We conduct traffic awareness weeks, that kind of thing, education through the schools. We go to schools and educate the kids all over the country. These things happen. We actually honor the bright kids also. That kind of things happen. And 5-6 years back, we started with the clean energy initiatives also, and we have already taken a target that almost in the coming years, almost all our own buildings will be having solar panels. So it has started. It started in Bhopal when we had in 2 buildings. It was installed. Now we have constructed a building at Jaipur. We inaugurated only the video mode only. We inaugurated that building, Chairman sir and all MDs, and this will be contributing close to 60,000 units per year. I'm sorry, 6 lakh units. 6 lakh units of energy it will create. That means my energy needs for my building will be taken care of by my solar panels only. So that kind of, wherever we are having building, we are doing it, and we will be doing. This is another contribution to cut the carbon emissions in the country. Planting the trees, again, that will help in cutting down the carbon emissions and controlling the climate change. This is a small kind of thing which we are doing, and we will be doing it in future also. We are approaching state governments to give us land so that we can plant trees, and our people will take care of them. And Bhopal, we were given 2 gardens by the Bhopal Municipal Committee, and they said, sir, when you are maintaining it, and you can name it also. So we named it as a Bima Garden kind of thing. I visited a school in Shahdol. Actually, they invited me to address their kids. That was in 2016. And I told principal, sir, you have such a big land. Why don't you ask every kid to plant a tree? So immediately that function was organized, and every child planted a tree along with teachers and me also. I told the kids that after 20 years you will visit your school and you will feel very happy looking at the tree. It will become your life.
Very proud. Yes.
This kind of things we also do. So emotionally connecting people with the climate control. That also we do, and we will continue to. We'll explore new ways of doing these things in future also.
Such amazing initiative, and yet there's so much to do. Thank you so much, sir. Your response today were very enlightening. Human life value does play a big role in our lives, and we must have appropriate knowledge about it. LIC is also doing some amazing work for our women as well. Now, moving on to a quick rapid fire, sir. Who inspires you the most?
Me?
Yes.
First of all, I'll tell you 3 women in my life: my mother, my wife, my daughter.
Oh,
second,
wonderful.
These are the 3 ladies who always inspire me. They had been very lucky in my life. Of course, my mother gave me birth. My wife, she changed and controlled my life, gave all comforts of life to me. My daughter, she was born on Diwali day. She's the most luckiest person in my life. And I survived many things which could have happened to me. I don't know whether I should talk here or not, but I can simply, in a sentence, I had worked in J&K. J&K, madam, in 1989. And my branch was bombed by terrorists. My daughter was just 18 days old on that day. So I give credit to her. On broad daylight, on 18th November 1989, we survived. I was threatened by terrorists in broad daylight in Srinagar in the 1990. I survived. They came to kill me. I survived. I give this credit to my daughter only. She came to my life, and she was like a shield before me. But
so sorry to hear that, but thank God.
Thank God. But if I tell you, madam, the Life Insurance Corporation of India has affected me most. I tell you why. This is again my concept. We in Indian culture, I am for the Indian culture, madam. The reason is no culture can be like our culture. Here, 100%. The mother occupies a very high pedestal. Our all goddesses occupy high pedestal. Our mother is the person for whom anybody will die.
Yes.
Now, when a kid is in trouble, he only calls the mother. So I call A ma, and then there is a B ma, Bima. Oh. That is insurance.
Oh my God, nice way to promote LIC Bima.
Okay. So my mother who gave me birth was Devki. The mother who gave me birth. Yeah.
I want to understand. I'm sorry, I will interrupt you now. I want to understand भी माँ जो रखा है इसी concept के ऊपर रखा था.
नहीं ये नहीं रखा था. मैंने बोला कि there are certain things on which I have a copyright. ये emotional or your chemical. This is my pronoun. I mean these things. And A ma and B ma. This first time I used was in 2001 in Gorakhpur. I mean Azamgarh. I was addressing a meeting of agents. So there I said that is a B ma, and the genesis will go to my father.
Okay.
On one day when I was going for my first job, and I was boarding the bus, I had to travel to about 400 kilometers to another state at Jalandhar, Punjab bus stand. My father stopped me. He said, "Look, son, we gave you birth and took care of you for 20 years. You are joining an organization, or you may shift to some other organization. That organization is going to take care of you for the rest of your life.
Wow.
This organization will take care of your family, your wife, your kids for rest of life. So they are equally important. They should be equally important in your life." Then I thought that this was A ma and this is my B ma. So I always say the mother who gave me birth was my Devki, and who has taken care of me is my Yashoda. So Life Insurance Corporation of India is my Yashoda ma. My mother, incidentally, her name is Krishna, so she's also linked to Krishanji. So that's how I take this organization. Has influenced me a lot. I never thought of leaving this organization because the kind of things we are doing, it's wonderful. If I tell you, Madam Kalpana ji, we are paying close to 2.2 crores of claims in number every year. 2.2 crore number policies we are paying claims every year. The amount which is going out of our book as claim amount is 2.25 lakh crore. This is the kind of work we are doing. We are covering lives to the tune of 2.2 crore new lives are being covered every year through insurance. If I tell you, my total income through premium and investment last year was 6.2 lakh crore. Virtually, if you look at the GDP, I mean the government of India's revenue is almost matching that. One organization. So not only that, it's not only that, by law, all in life insurance companies are mandated to invest in a certain percentage in certain kind of investments. 50% has to be invested with government of India or the state governments where there is a sovereign guarantee. It's 50%, all insurance companies, life insurance companies. Rest we can invest as per our own wishes. But LIC is investing close to 68% of its money with the government of India or the state governments where it's a guaranteed. Okay. The rest of it is invested in other projects. Now, when we are investing, we look at the social contribution of those products. For example, electricity boards. For example, the irrigation boards, the roads. These kind of projects we invest, infrastructure development. The funds are provided to the government so that the user has not to pay a lot of money to use that. If we are not investing in electricity boards, probably the unit which we are getting for 5 rupees, it might have cost us 15 rupees if those people have to raise money from the market. So this is also a hidden kind of things. We are investing money in the housing sector where people can get affordable kind of housing. We put money on those kind of projects. So our investments are also socially oriented, and this is as mandated by Life Insurance Corporation of India Act itself, which was enacted in 1956.
Wow, incredible. So I should tell you that it's a suggestion that you should write a book. You have in-depth knowledge about everything. Trust me, you should. It is so empowering. आप बात करते हो inspired. I'm so focused. मुझे पता भी नहीं चला 1.25 घंटा हो गया है, and there's still so much to learn and listen from you. But you should write a book, sir.
Definitely, madam. Actually, Kalpana ji, I tell you, this is one part of what I have talked to you about the life insurance. I'm an expert on management, also human relations, also, which I've learned in life LIC itself. Hello, are you there, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm there. I don't know why.
So there are experiences also I mean, how those terrorists were not able to kill me. That's another issue. I can talk about that. I mean, one is it was because of Life Insurance Corporation of India's work itself. When those people were threatening, it was 11 o'clock in the morning, 3 of person with guns, and they came to my table. They said, "We want to kill you." I said, "You kill me. If you want to, you have a gun. It must have bullet also, and surely you know how to fire." Immediately, the local policyholders came in between them and me. 50 of the people who were there in the office, the local policyholders, they had a wall around me. They said, "How you dare talk like this nonsense to this gentleman for whom he is working? He is working for us only. He is receiving our premium. He is settling our claims. He is settling our loans, our surrender value. He is working for us. He's not working for any against us." And then they realized their folly and they begged their pardon and they left. This is one part of it. Yes, I always take a pride. I mean, there was another incident. I mean, since you have asked, I would like to quote. There was some misgiving in one of the organizations, and they printed a threatening letter on a local newspaper, Al Safa, in Srinagar in 1990. 5 of my other 4 officers' name, including my name, was published. That these people have defied our dictate. They had said that no office will open. They have opened the office, so now we will kill them. It was printed on the front page of a newspaper. Somehow I contacted my own employees, and then the policyholders met. Somehow they contacted that organization, and next day another rejoinder was printed by them that yesterday mistakenly we have given this threat. We are very sorry for that. Actually, these people are working for the welfare of people of Kashmir only. They are working for them. So LIC of India, mind you, madam, the wording is very important. LIC is allowed to use name India with it. This was coming from a terrorist organization, and LIC of India is exempted from this curfew, civil curfew, which was imposed by terrorist organizations. I think that is the biggest achievement of my career.
I salute you. Such a brave heart you are. And indeed, sir, जब हम किसी के लिए without selfless service when you do, there's about someone who is watching us and who protect you.
Other person also recognizes. Other person. Those people were not known to me. They were just our policy holders. But they thought this is a unnecessary threat. So they came and construct, I mean, like a wall between them and me.
And or nobody will believe me. Or kaun karta hai? Nobody does that what they have done. Nobody does. That's the kind of selfless service what we have given.
Absolutely, absolutely. We never thought of leaving Kashmir. In 89-91, the worst phase was. I never thought of leaving. I spent, when my final orders came, only then I left. So this is, I mean, there are many other things how we tackle many grave situations in my career with employee relationships, industrial relationship maintenance, and people when I talk, they do tell me, "Sir, why don't you write a book?" I said, "Yes, I will write a book after my retirement. I will definitely write a book because these are my experiences."
You should write a book, and I will definitely do a couple of series with you more to understand everything.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So I will definitely do.
What is the greatest risk you have ever taken? जो अभी आपने बताया, लेकिन we would also want to know something else which we have taken.
Risk. Risk. You see, in life insurance, we talk that everything is a risk. Whatever we do or we don't do. Now, risk is two perceptions. It is from the other person's point of view and my point of view. Risk can be in decision making also. I'm not afraid of taking any decision within the defined parameters. Many people, they don't take decision in senior positions even within the rules. If I'm sitting as a managing director, I had the powers to get the rules changed. If I had to, I see that if this is impeding my decision making, it is, I mean, it is a roadblock in giving a customer services. I have the power to get it changed. I cannot look at somebody else. So I should do it. Sometimes I have seen people don't do it. I always advise them, please do it because it is your duty. Now, if you look at the risk, as I said, risk is everywhere. But you may feel threatened, but you have to have your own kind of systems where you will see that how you can, I mean, change the things. It's a tug of war. Somebody, we are having a rope, somebody is pulling on that end, I'm pulling on that end. So I will not allow other person to take the rope to that end. I will bring it to my end. So I have to devise my own interpersonal or my special skills. I had to develop so that you are able to change people. I feel very pride in saying this thing, that I have been able to change some people who people have said they can never be changed. It was through emotional bonding. It was through the emotional, sometimes blackmailing also. Blackmailing. Not blackmailing in the sense.
I समझ में आ गया, emotional
blackmailing. If you are not understanding the thing, it should be something. If you permit me, I will tell you something.
Sure.
I was posted in one office, and there were 3 officers. 2 were in marketing, and I was in administration. So all administration comes to me. Nobody will talk to me. No class 3 employee will talk to me, excepting some paper they will put on me. They don't want to talk to them.
Oh.
What you will do? I was residing in one street. I hired a house, and people have to go to the office from that street only. They stopped going through that street. That kind of rejection you will never face. So what do I do? Shall I resign or shall I tackle it? I thought I will tackle it. So one day I talked to the union leader. I told him, tomorrow I want to have lunch with you. After all, he was an educated person, but he couldn't say no. He said, okay, we'll have in a record room, and you come after 10 minutes. I went to meet him. I told him, Mr. Garg, आप एक करेले हो, ऊपर से नीम चढ़ी हुई है. एक करेले हो, ऊपर से नीम चढ़ी हुई है. I was taken aback. Getting angry, I said, don't get angry. I will tell you how. I said, you are having, he had a very large family. I don't know, such an educated person having 9 kids, 5 girls and 5 daughters and 4 sons. I said, you are a comrade. You are a communist-minded person. You won't take dowry for your sons, I know. But you belong to a community where dowry was very much prevalent in 40 years back. The rate will be fixed. You may not be knowing, ma'am. Rate will be fixed that the family will spend 11 lakh rupees. So the girl family has to give the vouchers for each and every spent. And if it is not 11 lakh, rest will be paid in cash. This will be news to many of the listeners, but it was happening in that area. So I told her, and what you will do for your daughters, you will educate them so that they can get good job and they will earn. And the boy's family also will see this girl is going to contribute financially, so dowry will come down. He said, yes, you are right. I said, now the problem starts. Your daughter clears Life Insurance Corporation of India's officers exams, gets selected and posted in this city only. He said, what's the problem? I said, you will not stay in that house, na? He said, why? I said, because you don't want to talk to officers.
Yes.
So when you are talking to officers, you want to talk to him also, her also. So either you will leave the house or you will throw her out. He said, why I should do it? I said, when somebody else's son is here, you will not pass through that street also. That kind of rejection you are doing. So I believe that you will be doing the same thing at your home also. Next day he changed. He said, sorry, I was wrong.
Wow.
That is emotional blackmail. That is emotional blackmail.
And it is very important to have a discussion, sir.
Yes. It's very important to have discussions.
के बिना तो कुछ नहीं होगा.
We need to discuss with people when we are on senior positions, Kalpana ji. Many officers, I feel personally, they commit this harakiri that they stop talking to their juniors. No. I was 22-year-old when I joined as an officer in LIC of India, and all my people in my branch was having more than 25 years of service. I was not even born when they started the work. Imagine. So the first comment, the first day was, इनकी तो उतनी उम्र भी नहीं है जितनी हमारी सर्विस हो गई है. Now what I do? Yes, I had to establish myself. I had to establish myself that by virtue of my position, I am senior to you, not by virtue of my age or experience. So it took me 2 to 3 months to establish myself. And the day I left after 4 years and 4 months, everybody in that branch was crying, including me. That kind of bonding developed. And it is 37 years still I talk to those people. Everybody is not talking to them. 19 postings, 13.
Sir. I should admit that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kalpana.
Yes, sir. So, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
No, I don't want to change myself. I feel what I am. my God, my parents, my teachers, my friends, my seniors, my juniors, my organization, the people like you who interact with me, they want to see me in this avatar only. So I
Yes,
don't want to change.
yes, yes.
I don't want.
Wonderful. Just be yourself, yeah.
Yes, please
है ना?
yourself.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
absolutely, absolutely.
And the place where you love being the most? Any
Where?
place?
No, I would love to be with my family all the time if it permit. I love spending time with them because I feel that when we talk about the relationship marketing, this should start with family.
True.
In insurance, in marketing, we talk about the relationship marketing. I can talk on that for another 2 hours, 3 hours. What is relationship marketing? But the marketing, relationship marketing should start with family. I ask people, in the marketing when I'm talking to my agents and everybody, when did you sell yourself? People are wondered what I'm asking. Why should I sell myself? No, you have sold yourself once when you went to see your future wife or your future husband. They accepted you because you were able to sell yourself. Sell means emotionally getting connected with
you. Yes. But जिस तरह से आप डालते हो आदमी डर जाता है.
So why we cannot have that kind of connect with our customers also? That customers should start loving you. Wow. They want to be part of your life. When your wife, and she is the most toughest person who has accepted you, why don't you are getting accepted in the market? Why don't you acquire that kind of competencies? Why don't you present yourself in that manner that the next person is able to accept you? That is the relationship marketing.
I am so glad, sir, I have you today. And trust me, I am going to do another, few more series on different subjects. You have a vast knowledge and there's so much to share, and we are going to learn from your experience as well.
Thank you.
And I'm totally enjoying it. Yes, sir.
It's my privilege to be there with you.
Yes. Ji, sir?
No, I'm saying I'm thankful to you that I am with Social Tables. I told my chairman also, and I don't know whether he was able to connect because he told me on Zoom platform he will be connecting. By that time, I don't know whether my personal assistant has informed him. Actually, I have shared this information. We have a system, madam. Any meeting which we are conducting on video or otherwise, it is shared across the country with our people. So they should also know that some meeting is going on. Many people, if they have time, they join. At MD's level and chairman level, we do join on such meetings, and we don't participate, but we do join these meetings, so that we should also learn from one another. You are talking to me, I will also learn something. You will also learn from me. My chairman is talking, he has some vision, I will learn. My other MD friends are talking, I will learn. So we, as a information sharing, we view all these kind of presentations. We view all kind of interactions with others in spite of our busy schedule.
आपकी जितनी तारीफ करूं उतनी कम. मैं रियली हैट्स ऑफ टू यू. आपकी ह्यूमिलिटी, और आप इतने, मतलब यू आर सो ग्राउंडेड टू योर रूट्स. आप रिलेशनशिप को इतना वैल्यू देते हो, और यू आर एट दैट एमडी लेवल, irrespective, you are there for everyone, talking to everyone, knowing you. I mean, I feel like, we need more people, more leaders like you, leaders who lead from front.
Kalpana ji, because we are from India, I said in my presentation, I will never leave my Indian culture, Indian civilization. Here, somebody has said कि बड़ा हुआ तो क्या हुआ जैसे पेड़ खजूर, पंथी को छाया नहीं फल लागे अति दूर. If you are growing, you should be like an apple tree or a mango tree. The more fruit it has, the more it comes near the earth, so somebody is able to pick it up. It's not like this. खजूर का पेड़ भी देता है, लेकिन इतना ऊंचा होता ना तो उसकी छाया होती है, कोई आके उसको खा भी नहीं सकता. But we should be like an apple tree. Anybody can come and pluck. We should be like this. This I have learned from as I said, my parents. They are the first influencer. My spiritual master is the second one. My wife, my kids, my friends, seniors, juniors, friends, all people have influence in some. I always say, gather the good points, leave the rest. Why I should bother about if somebody has some biases? I am not bothered. I'm looking at the good points only.
Such a positive approach you have towards life. So much to learn, sir. Wow. So, moving on further, your favorite hobby?
Ma'am, my favorite hobby is, I want to explore science. one of I mentioned in my CV also. I do watch TV. I love old films, songs, meaningful films, songs. I can talk from films also how to have, having leadership qualities. You can learn from them, or you can learn management principles. I watch movies from that angle. I will tell you about one movie particularly on the leadership. This is Border.
Border.
Kuldeep Singh Chandpuri. Now the war is just to start. He calls his company. He says, हाई कमांड ने हमें हुक्म दिया है कि पोस्ट को छोड़ दें, लेकिन मैंने ये डिसाइड किया है कि मैं ये पोस्ट छोड़ के नहीं जाऊंगा. सो दिस इज अ लीडरशिप क्वालिटी. इन एडवर्स सर्कमस्टांसेस लीडर विल नॉट लीव द टीम. दिस इज फर्स्ट क्वालिटी. देन ही सेज, आप में से कोई भी इस पोस्ट को छोड़ के जाना चाहता तो जा सकता है. लीडर गिव्स एन ऑप्शन टू द टीम वेदर दे वांट टू विद हिम और नॉट. इज नॉट फोर्सिंग देम. थर्ड, the team says we will stay because the team will look at the leader. When the leader wants to stay, the team will also stay.
Yes.
Then he says,
yes sir,
there is a threat also. इसके बाद किसी ने पोस्ट छोड़ने की कोशिश की तो गोली मार दूंगा. Leader has to use threat also sometime. Then leader has to be equitable. Leader has to be equitable. मेरा वाहेगुरु ना करे कितने मेरे कदम लड़खड़ा गए तो मुझे गोली मार देना. So you are at equal footing. There are n number of movies from where you can learn. Director might not have thought from that point of view, but I look from the movies. And the other film which I like is the Lagan, creating a winning team. How to create a winning team. This whole of the movie is about that only. Each and every scene has some management principle ingrained in it.
So you are a movie buff as well.
I'm a movie buff. My kids ask me that which is the movie which you have not seen, particularly 60s or 70s and 80s. Yes, now we don't get that kind of time, and now those platforms, OTT platform, and these are available. So we watch mostly at home. But science is my pet subject, madam. I am a physics, chemistry, and biology graduate. I still want to explore because I feel spiritualism and science is converging at many places. Once I had given a 3.5 hour lecture on that without any preparation because I feel it's converging. There is no difference actually. So I want to still, I feel that I don't have that kind of knowledge. I want to know more about the black holes or the time travel. I would like to know the limits of the space, the multiverses, the multi-universes, the time travel theory, and how everything which is happening in this universe is getting recorded. It's a people who are not a science student, they may not. Otherwise, time travel is not possible.
It is recorded.
Recorded in the sense, if you look at a distant star.
Yes, that way.
Star, the light might have started 1 billion years ago.
Yes,
it is there somewhere in the system after even 1 billion years.
Yes,
time travel is the same thing. You can go in future. You can, if the science says you can go in future, so that means everything is already predicted.
Yes.
You can go into the future.
Yes,
everything is already predicted. So spiritualism is also saying the same thing.
Spiritualism is
saying the same thing. So there are convergences. So this is my area of interest because I'm a science student, physics, chemistry, and I want to explore the biology also. I am a very fan of, a student of human behavior. I don't call it as human behavior, I call it as animal behavior because humans are basically animals. So when we call animal behavior, the topic gets broadened. It could be an ant also, it could be a pigeon also, it can be a lion also, it can be a human also. So this is a wonderful subject, learning about the animal behavior. It can predict many things about the human interaction, how I am impacting other and how other person is going to impact me. It can help us in building better relationships also if we are able to learn about that. So this is my area of interest. Yes, spirituality.
Oh, wonderful. And as they say that, umar kuch hoti nahi hai seekhne ke liye. There's always, time to learn something new.
I still feel, ma'am, my knowledge is very limited. Because the knowledge which is available, the knowledge which is actually available in the universe, we don't have even maybe a billionth part of it what we know. a billionth part. We know what I am doing. I know only the kind of work Madam Kalpana is doing. I may not be knowing anything about that.
True.
I talked to you about the human life concept in a simpler form. This is a new thing, as you said. But
Very
there are
new.
n number of things that are happening in the market. The kind of things people are doing selflessly. People are not bothered about the consequences. They don't bother about the money. Also, billions of people are doing that. So this is how they get this inspiration. How they think about these things. The new kind of science is coming up every day. Something new comes up. People are ahead of their times. There are a number of things. So the more you learn, the more you feel you don't know anything. So in management also, we always talk to our employees. If you want to learn, first you unlearn. If you want to learn, first unlearn.
Unlearn to learn something new. Yes.
That will never allow to learn you.
True. Very true. Sir, the very last question, and I have another two more questions as well. If you were to be the Prime Minister for a day, what is the first thing you would do?
I should make the education free for everybody.
Yes.
I tell you, we need people, educated people. Education has become a costly affair in India. We need to invest in the education. Everything will fall in place. Education will lead. Yeah.
What do you think about health? Because I always advocate about education, and health is something which has to be for free.
You see, first, why people are not conscious about health? Why people are not conscious about life insurance? Because they don't have the education. They don't know why we are having issues related to the environment protection. Why people are not thinking about carbon emission? What we are living for future? What we are living for future? I wonder whether my kids should have their kids. I wonder sometime what kind of environment they will be living into. If education is there, probably that thing where people will start learning. No. What about our forefathers? They had limited resources, but more happiness.
More happiness, and they lived for good 110 years.
110 years. My mother is 82 years. When I talk to her, it's a kadakti आवाज इसको बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में. And at 82, she want to run. She gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I look at her.
Just
my
imagine.
elder aunt left at 92, and that too because of some mistakes she committed. In a village she was living at 92, and she was having slight fever. So while she was lying on a table, she picked up some tablets and ate. And unfortunately, somebody has kept those sulfas kind of that poison there. Instead of her own medicine, she picked up that, and by the time she was taken to hospital, she expired. At 94-year-old, my Mausaji has all his teeth in his mouth.
Oh my God! And today, आजकल अगर आप देखने जाओ तो मतलब सोचो, imagine I'm just 41 and I have this third time I'm fighting cancer. Then there.
No, for cancer, madam, you and me may not be responsible. See, it's the environment which is mostly responsible. Environment, the kind of food we are eating, all pesticides we are eating. I don't know how much pesticide we are eating, and it is going to the mutation of our genes, which is responsible for cancer.
Yes, sir.
People who are not having, जो लोग गुटखा नहीं खाते हैं, शराब नहीं पीते हैं, शराब leads to cirrhosis, गुटखा mouth cancer, lung cancer. It coming from the smoking, but people are there who don't do all these things and still they're falling sick.
Yes, sir. आपने एकदम सही कहा.
We have never seen such people. My grandmother died at the age of around 97, 98, and she was healthy all the time. And she was on the deathbed. I went to her. Are you knowing that you are leaving now this world? She said, yes. I'm not afraid.
Wow.
And
imagine.
2 days after she died, because the body started failing. Doctor said she's not sick. The body now is saying now enough is enough. So the organs are failing one by one. I'm happy. My mother also tells me, ठीक है, जिस दिन आएगी चले जाएंगे, इसमें क्या दिक्कत है? Why to worry about death?
क्या बात है? अरे वाह.
And she can walk, more briskly than me. I'm only 59.
And क्या बात कर रहे हो सर। और आपने एक बात बहुत ही सही की, मुझे भी डर लगता है कि हमारे बच्चे के जब बच्चे होंगे तब क्या होंगे, बिकॉज अगर हमको ही कैंसर हो जाता है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस पोल्यूशन, द एनवायरमेंट, जो क्लाइमेट चेंज की हम बातें कर रहे हैं, हो कुछ नहीं रहा है। आई डोंट नो, आई मीन व्हाट इज द फ्यूचर। आजकल लोग सुसाइड कर रहे हैं, पीपल आर मैक्सिमम, आई थिंक 60-70 साल से ज्यादा कोई अभी जी भी नहीं रहा है।
I think you have raised a very valid question, Kalpana ji. I relate it to the joint family system. Why people are committing suicide? There is no emotional support. कोई आके नहीं बोलता बेटा कोई बात नहीं, मैं हूं ना तेरे साथ। Why are you worried? तेरा बिजनेस फेल हो गया, तो बीमार है, मैं हूं ना। शाम को आके दादाजी रखेंगे सर के हाथ, पिताजी रखेंगे सर पे हाथ, तेरे को बुखार है, मैं अभी घर जाता हूँ, मैं आई एम रनिंग टू 59th ईयर, माय मदर, अरे तू कमजोर हो गया है, अच्छा तेरी तबीयत ठीक नहीं, थक गया होगा, तो इतना ट्रैवल कर, चल लेट, एंड शी स्टार्ट्स, आई मीन वो मेरे टांगों को दबाना शुरू कर देती है। आई डोंट से नो टू हर, यू नो व्हाई आई डोंट से नो टू हर? व्हाई? फॉर हर आई एम स्टिल ए सन ओनली, एज इज नॉट फॉर हर। उनके लिए मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूं जो जन्म के वक्त, मदर फील्स प्लेजर कि उसने बच्चे का ख्याल रखा। मुझे लगता है कि उनको खुशी मिलती है, मैं उनको कुछ नहीं कहता। और मुझे भी अच्छा लगता है उनकी गोदी में सर रखना, मुझे भी अच्छा लगता है, बिकॉज व्हेन शी पुट्स हर फिंगर्स इन माय हेड, मेरी ऑल प्रॉब्लम उसी वक्त वैनिश हो जाती है।
Such a cute
so I allow her to enjoy that moment.
Yeah, such a cute moment what you have shared, sir. Thank you so much, because काफी कम लोग इतना करते हैं।
I share it with all my friends. I said, enjoy your life. You don't know to, you don't have to go to somewhere else. Go to your mother, put your head on her lap and sleep. Enough. इससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं चाहिए।
Candid, heart to heart conversation, and I'm totally enjoying it. Thank you so much. आप विश्वास मेरा पहला शो है जो मैं इतनी एंजॉय और इंटरैक्टिव सेशन हो रहा है, और आज इस बार 2
Thank you.
Two more questions. Yes. Before, okay, any message you'd want to give to our organization, Social Tables?
No, my message is that whatever you are doing, enjoy it, first of all. And anybody who is, whatever they are, listener or part of it, this kind of work we are doing. So I am in life insurance business. So I want to sell life insurance. You are in some other kind of information sharing. We are deprived of information. We don't know what is happening around us and how it can impact me and what benefit I can drive out of it. So our job is to talk to people, have this kind of conversation where people can listen, we can interact, we can enjoy. We never knew one another earlier. We had on a WhatsApp message. Today we are talking to one another. I'm impressed with you highly, because the kind of happiness I'm seeing on your face, probably you are seeing on my face also. And this is the first part of conversation, that we are feeling happy talking to one another. Other people who are listening, maybe also they are enjoying in the same manner. So whatever we are doing, first of all, we should enjoy. Unless until we enjoy our work, nobody will be able to do anything good for the others. I have seen rickshaw pullers, आपने भी देखा होगा, जो भरी दोपहरी में रिक्शा के ऊपर सो रहे होते हैं, पूरी धूप पड़ रही होती है, और हम लोग एसी में भी नहीं सो पाते हैं। Because they are enjoying their work. वो हार्ड वर्क है, थक जाते हैं, उनको नींद आ जाती है। मेरे पास एक ही तरीका है इसको नापने का कि क्या आप अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं। मैं बहुत सिंपल टर्म्स में अपने साथियों को बोलता हूँ, इफ यू आर एबल टू स्लीप इन द नाइट, द मोमेंट यू हिट द बेड, यू आर स्लीप, यू आर ऑफ टू स्लीप, यू हैव डन ए गुड जॉब,
यू आर द ब्लेस्ड वन।
ब्लेस्ड वन। और इफ आपको नींद नहीं आती है रात को सोने से वक्त, आप कितनी देर जागते रहते हैं, आपने अपना काम ढंग से नहीं किया। I tell you, Kalpana ji, I sleep for 7 hours and I can go to sleep any time within 2 minutes.
Really?
Within, I need 2 minutes to go to sleep. मुझे कोई पिल, कोई क्यों? I have sorted my life. मुझे लगा है कि मेरा जो वर्क है वो एक जगह है, मेरी फैमिली एक जगह है, मैं दोनों को मिक्स नहीं करता हूँ। When my family time is there, I don't talk about office. When office work, no family.
बहुत जरूरी है।
Yes. So ये बहुत सारे लोग हो लाइफ बैलेंस नहीं बना पा रहे हैं हम लोग। वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस हैज टू बी देयर इन लाइफ। आई विल एडवाइज एवरीबॉडी, प्लीज, money is important, but it is not more important than your family life, your own life. So please have a work life balance, take time for your family, sit with them, enjoy, joke with them. और एक चीज मैं जो बात हर बार कहता हूँ, साइकोलॉजिस्ट कहते हैं कि 3 ईगो स्टेट्स होती हैं, शायद आपने पढ़ा होगा, मास्लो ने क्लासिफाई किया था। One is the child ego state, adult ego state, and parent ego state.
Yes.
ज्यादातर हम हमारी जब एज बढ़ती है, हमारे अंदर का बच्चा जो है वो दब जाता है, उसको मत दबने दीजिए। The kid cries, kid laughs without any reason or rhyme, kid rushes and he there, वो उसको जो मिलता है उसको एंजॉय करता है। वाओ, रोना, गुस्सा करना, ये सब चाइल्ड ईगो स्टेट्स हैं। अगर हम एडल्ट ईगो स्टेट में जाएंगे, दिस शुड नॉट मैटर टू अस, दिस विल नॉट मैटर टू अस।
हम लोग इमोशंस को
दबा देते हैं, उनको नहीं दबाना है। इफ यू वांट टू लिव आवर लाइफ, वी शुड बी पेरेंट आल्सो, वी शुड बी एडल्ट्स आल्सो, बट चाइल्ड शुड नेवर डाई। बहुत सारे लोगों में मैंने ये देखा है कि उनमें चाइल्ड चला जाता है और वो मैकेनिकल हो जाता है। लिव लाइफ, हंसो, मजाक करना है। मैं बच्चों से मजाक करता हूँ, उनके फ्रेंड्स आते हैं, वो करते हैं। माय डॉटर्स फ्रेंड्स केम, दे ऑलवेज थिंक अंकल आपसे बड़ा कंफर्टेबल हो जाते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, हमें लगता ही नहीं कि किसी अंकल के घर पे आए हुए हैं। आई कैन टॉक टू देम इन देयर लिंगो, मैं उनकी बात करूंगा, उससे बात करूंगा।
मैं सच में कहती हूँ, जब मैंने पहला आपके वो देखा था, मुझे लगा था आप बड़े सारे स्ट्रिक्ट और वो वाले होंगे, लेकिन अब जब बात कर रही हूँ आप इतने चिल्ड आउट है कि आई एम लाइक डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू कम एंड मीट यू एंड हैव अ कॉफी एंड हैव अ लॉन्ग कन्वर्सेशन।
anytime you are welcome।
Everybody can literally talk to you। मैंने सोचा था कि यूजुअली क्या होता है जब आप एक पोस्ट पे रहते हो, एमडी, एलआईसी, वो थोड़ा वो बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट रहेंगे, बहुत ही ज्यादा प्रोफेशनलिज्म रहेंगे, एक प्रोफेशनल टॉक रहेगा, लेकिन आपके साथ ऐसा नहीं है। यू हैव गिवन इंपॉर्टेंस टू रिलेशनशिप, इमोशंस, द कल्चर, एवरीथिंग, लिटरली दैट्स सो इनक्रेडिबल।
I tell you, we wear different hats every day. When I'm talking to my wife, I'm a husband. Talking to my daughter or son, I'm a father. Talking to my mother, I'm a son. Talking to my sister, I'm a brother. When I come to office, I'm talking to, sitting on my seat, I'm managing director of LIC of India. So these hats should not interfere with other hats. I should know which hat I'm working. Today, you are not my subordinate. You're not my, we are getting a kind of friendship today. You are not from my family. So I had to be at a different platform. I cannot work like a MD with you. When somebody comes with a discussion paper, I will be very serious. I will put hundreds of...
But sir, not everybody are like you.
No.
I will have to admit it. We are live and I am not simply saying it.
Kalpana ji, I ask people, I'm not saying you should be like me, because anybody will say, why don't you be like me? It's called value system. I always say that whatever value system I follow, I will follow. I am a vegetarian, I am a teetotaler, I am a non-smoker, right from my birth. In my family, nobody is a everybody is vegetarian, teetotaler, non-smoker. We don't drink, never. This is my value system. Now, some of my friends, they drink, they smoke also, they take non-veg. This is their value system. I don't have any right to interfere in their value system. My friends have never interfered in my value system. They never have forced me. I value their friendship for that. I had to show to the public, to the people, that this is my value system. I will stick to it. I cannot change others, but I can change myself.
What I understand is you live life to the fullest and you give space and you want to live in your own space.
I give space to everybody. I give space to everybody.
And you also want to live in your own space.
I have my own space. Yes, I live in my own space. If somebody gives me, permission to enter into their space, talk to them on their emotional things, I will. Yes. I will seek permission. Somebody comes to me and they thought, I say, okay, shall I speak? Shall I interfere? Do you have faith on me? Do you have faith on me?
Yes.
People pour out many of their personal problems sometimes. This is another problem with the senior post. People will come, cry. Somebody will say, sir, you are my punching bag. I said, okay, fine. This is another kind of thing which is happening. You think that you can cry on my shoulders. I'm happy. These are part of
But sir, maybe people understand you so well and they connect to you, because I never thought I would, kind of learn so much from you, understand and connect so much. Your vibes are like, so positive, and I can literally feel that. Just imagine. I mean, this is so strange. Well, sir, so let me conclude. That's it for today. And that was an extraordinary response. This was really fast. So before we conclude, a few word of wisdom or an advice you would want to give to our audience.
No, I think during discussion, if you look at the things, I think we have given plenty of things. I will tell you, madam, why I stayed at Kashmir, because I love my country. Yes. This is another Ma.
You are another soldier for us.
I am also a soldier.
You are also a soldier.
All of us are soldiers. All of us are soldiers. So sir, we should keep our mother. One mother, I said, who gave birth, motherland, where we live, where we have born, and my organization. Whatever we do, we should take pride in that. No profession, no job is menial for me.
True.
No job. I tell people, enjoy your life. Yes, I'm a plain graduate, Kalpana ji. I got an opportunity. I reached this level, managing director of life insurance, very privileged post, having the largest financial institution in the country, having the largest number of policy holders in the world. We are having 29 crore policy holders, which we are servicing in our in-force policy. 14.5 crore through P&J schemes. 4.5 crore through social security schemes. Close to 50 crore lives we are touching.
Wow. Such a noble
person who is constructing a road, he's also very important.
Very, very important.
He may not be using it. He is doing it for me, but he's also, so I should respect him also. A labor who is constructing a house is constructing. So he is having a dignity of labor. So we should respect one another. This is what I want from everybody. Life is very simple. Let's not make it very complex. Remain simple. You will enjoy your life. Life will never come second time. So let's not waste it in unproductive kind of things where we, leg pulling, this kind of, in a friendly banter, it's okay. But people, when they try to push you down to reach higher, I said, okay, you go ahead. When I drive car, somebody want to overtake me, I take on the left, sir, you निकल जाइए, मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं। मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं, क्योंकि वो क्यों इम्पेशेंट हो रहा है मुझे नहीं मालूम है। हो सकता है घर में बीमार हो सकता है इससे ईगो क्वेश्चन।
आप इतना सोचते हो, बहुत ही डीप सोचते हो। दैट शोज दैट आपने लाइफ में इतना कुछ देखा है, एक्सपीरियंस किया है, और आपकी एक्सपर्टी आपने हम लोगों को इतना, जो जैसे हम लोग हैं और हमारे जो यूथ है, कितना कुछ सीखने को मिल रहा है सर आपसे, कितना कुछ सीखने को मिल रहा है।
एक बात और यहाँ कहना चाहूंगा, ये दीपक है जिससे दूसरा दीप हमें जलाना है। If you have something, you have some knowledge, share it. हिंदी में कहावत है कि धन बांटने से घटता है और ज्ञान बांटने से बढ़ता है। अगर हम ज्ञान को बांटेंगे, जो मैंने मेरी नॉलेज है, किसी को अच्छा लगे तो ले ले, मैं ये नहीं कहता कि जरूर मेरी बात को सुनिए। अगर उसका कोई भला होता है तो मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि इसको आगे रखना, अपने तक मत रखना। तो उससे हम जिंदगी को बढ़ा सकते हैं। मैं एक और कॉन्सेप्ट की बात किया करता हूँ कि let's create islands of excellence. Don't try to make the ocean excellent. If all the islands are excellent, the ocean will become an island. Means me. If I am excellent, I should not try to change the other person. Let me be excellent. I should be able to influence that person to come to my level. Why I should go to his or her level? No. मैं कई बार एक प्रश्न कहता हूँ, उसका मैं लोगों से पूछता हूँ कि बचपन में सुना था कि एक सड़ा हुआ सेब बाकी सेबों को भी सड़ा देता है। मेरे आज तक एक बात समझ में नहीं आई, ऑफ कोर्स आई नो द आंसर, कि सब अच्छे सेब मिलकर इसको क्यों नहीं सुधार देते?
अरे क्या बात है सर,
क्या सोचा किसी ने, क्यों नहीं सुधार देते? देयर मस्ट बी सम रीजन ना।
Look at your perception, मतलब the way you see life is so commendable sir, मतलब really I think मैं आपकी फैन बन रही हूँ अभी।
So nice. So this is an example कि मैं एक सेब से ले रहा हूँ। सेब को हम नहीं कर पाते, there are certain physical principles, bacteria and other things which are happening, but human में तो हम कर सकते हैं ना, human में तो influence कर सकते हैं, क्यों नहीं कर सकते? क्यों हम किसी की बुराई को क्यों देखें? मुझे उसकी अच्छाई क्यों नहीं दिखती है? उसकी हर इंसान के अंदर कोई ना कोई अच्छाई होती है, उसको अपनाने की कोशिश करो। जिंदगी सॉर्टेड रखो, आसान रखिए, कोई ऐसी बात नहीं है। हमारे पास वो भी वक्त था कि जब हमें हमारे दो जोड़ी कपड़े थे, हम ग्रेजुएशन में थे, आज इस पोस्ट में है, भगवान ने दिया है, वो इसलिए शुक्रिया करना चाहिए हर चीज का, हर सरकार से लेके, पेरेंट्स से लेके, टीचर से लेके, स्पिरिचुअल फ्रेंड, सबका सबॉर्डिनेट। मैं आपको एक बात बता दूं, मेरे घर में मेरे ऑफिस का स्वीपर कभी भी आके मेरे साथ चाय का कप पी सकता आज भी, एंड नेवर से नो, एंड आई विल आस्क देम टू सिट ऑन दिस सोफा विद मी बिकॉज ही और शी इज नॉट अ स्वीपर। उस दिन वो एक सोशल ह्यूमन बीइंग बनकर आए हैं मेरे घर पर, एंड पीपल डू कम। I feel very happy. I ask people to make life simple. Make life simple. Many people may not agree with me, may not agree with me, but this is my value system. I value my system more than anything else.
नहीं, एक पेरेंट जो वैल्यू सिस्टम्स देते हैं, आज आपने ऐसे हमारे दर्शकों को भी यहाँ पे दिया है, लाइक यू नो इट्स देयर सो मच ऑफ ह्यूमिलिटी इन यू एंड द वैल्यूज, द कल्चर, बिकॉज आजकल लोग सारे कुछ ये भूल गए सर। नहीं रहा वो वैल्यू, नहीं रहा वो अभी लोगों को इज्जत करना, और नहीं रहा किसी को बात सुनना, और नहीं कोई यहाँ पे एक दूसरे के लिए खड़ा रहता है। जहाँ पे ऐसे आप जैसे लोग आते हो और बातें करते हो तो एक ना यू फील so inspired by your life journey and your experience, and you're like, this is so important, which people have forgotten.
That's why I talked about the joint family system. वहां से ये वैल्यूज ऑटोमेटिकली आगे चलती थी।
बिल्कुल सही कहा।
वो लिंक जो है हमारा, जो ब्रेक हो रहा है, वो ब्रेक करना है। अब हम कुछ साल पहले थे, हम 4 लोग थे, माय डॉटर गॉट मैरिड, ऑफ कोर्स ऑल डॉटर्स हैव टू गो लीव द पेरेंट्स हाउस, नियर बाय है, मिल लेती है, 12 किलोमीटर दूर है। माय सन बिकेम एन इंजीनियरिंग ग्रेजुएट, he joined a Bangalore firm, posted to Indonesia. Now what can I do?
Oh my God.
That's why I said globalization, and that's why I talked about all those issues, because it's my personal experience. It's my personal. मेरी family,
बच्ची दूर रह के भी पास है, और बेटा जो इसका सोचा था पास रहेगा वो दूर चला गया।
Daughters are I mean gift of God.
Gift of God. 100%.
When they grow up, they become mothers.
Yes,
my daughter is like a mother to me. She takes care of me like a mother. She talks to me, she can scold me, and I can't say anything to her. No way. बेटे को कुछ कह सकता हूँ, बेटी को नहीं। And she was born on Diwali day, so मैं उसको बोलता हूँ कि मेरे घर में तो लक्ष्मी आई थी।
लक्ष्मी आई है। I mean, आपकी परवरिश और आपके जैसे हर किसी every I mean, you're such a gentleman. I want every man to be a gentleman like you. वरना आजकल बच्चे को मतलब when we see news and everything and all, it's so heartbreaking. Well, sir, this keeps going on, and we'll definitely connect, and we'll do a few more other series on anger management, relationship management, and then there's so many other things to talk about. So that's it for today, and thank you so much. Let me take an opportunity to give you a vote of thanks. It's a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks to Shri Rajkumar ji, who despite his busy schedule has found time to grace this special interaction. We are extremely grateful to you for sharing your words of encouragement and giving us valuable inputs. Your eminent presence has indeed made us this interaction a memorable one, and we unite to thank you from the bottom of our heart for your kindness, interest, and support. We wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Kalpana. Thank you. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much.